Hondutel is the Honduras government's telecommunications company. It has a monopoly on international calls. History. Creation. The organization was created on May 7, 1976, as an autonomous organization responsible for the modernization of Honduras' telecommunications system, and to achieve a better efficiency in its administration and profitability. Hondutel was historically administered by Honduras Armed Forces, as telecommunications were considered a matter of national security. Privatization attempts. Towards the end of the 20th century, the Honduran government is pressed by the IMF to privatize Hondutel in order to benefit from debt restructuring solutions and international financial aids. A 1995 law authorized 51% of the company to be sold and privately held. The push towards privatization was also made by Jaime Rosenthal in 1992, who saw three benefits in this process: bring foreign currency in the country, to ensure transparency and accountability, and to boost innovation. However, a 1995 audit by Pricewaterhouse revealed that the company was a high-risk investment, thus jeopardizing its privatization. By 1999, a mere 4.2 lines per 100 inhabitants is accounted. In 1998, the government is ready to proceed to the privatization of the company, but the country is badly hit by Hurricane Mitch and reviewed its priorities. Finally, by February 2007, companies have pre-qualified to capitalize Hondutel. On October 2000, the bid is launched, but only Telmex remained in the race with a $106 million offer, which was only a third of the government's expectations. The bid was refused. In 2003, the government approved the sale of Hondutel's B-band network, acquired by Megatel. In 2004, it is bought back by América Móvil, owner of Telmex. Recent history. In June 2007, Hondutel launched its first of a series of personal communication services networks. It competes with companies such as Luxembourg's Millicom and Mexico's juggernaut América Móvil. In October, it extended to the Sula Valley, including the cities of San Pedro Sula, La Lima, Villanueva and surrounding communities. In December, it extended coverage to La Ceiba. Currently, it offers mobile phone coverage in the cities of Tegucigalpa, San Pedro Sula, La Ceiba, Olancho, Progress and Copan and surrounding areas. The administration of President Porfirio Lobo created a commission to study the available alternatives to solve Hondutel's lack of funds. The operator needs to modernize and expand its wired infrastructure and complete its nationwide mobile footprint. Hondutel's dire financial situation has forced the government to intervene in order to provide funds to cover employees' salaries. Unofficially, it has been said that there are only two viable solutions for Hondutel: either finding a strategic partner that is willing to have the state as a partner shareholder, a total privatization. According to an Hondutel executive, the operator needs an immediate cash injection of $150 million to become more competitive. During August 2013, the government announced its intention to auction two AWS mobile licenses and directly grant a third one to Hondutel. The government expects that these new spectrum concessions will be used for the deployment of LTE services. The Uruguayan government also made an offer that year, suggesting that ANTEL acquires 51% of Hondutel to develop its presence in Latin America. Even though Hondutel loses $1 million a month and holds a $18 million operating deficit. In 2015, the company grew its internet capacity by 300% to cope with the ever-rising demand. Financial statements. In 2015, Hondutel closed its fiscal year with a 80 million Honduran lempiras profit, largely benefiting from the internet and mobile boom, along with heavy job cuts. Corruption scandal. President Manuel Zelaya appointed his nephew Marcelo Chimri as deputy president of the state-owned Hondutel. FBI Criminal Division's fraud section revealed that Latinode Inc., an American company, had illegal dealings with Hondutel executives. The affair was later reported in the Honduran media. Marcelo Chimri unsuccessfully sued journalists for libel that had published the corruption scandal. An unknown individual posted various recordings of high government officials on YouTube, possibly implicating them in a corruption scandal concerning Hondutel. After Zelaya made a complaint to the police, they launched an investigation to find who had made the recordings, which are considered espionage and a violation of Honduras privacy laws. The investigation included searching the home of Marcelo Chimri and both his office at Hondutel and those of other members of staff. The former was an action condemned by Zelaya. On November 4, Marcelo Chimri resigned from his post at Hondutel in January 2007. In January 2008, the United States Embassy confirmed that Chimri would not be allowed to enter the U.S. In May 2009, U.S. Attorney General Eric Holder decided to release the names of officials A, B, and C. Honduran investigators were going to visit the United States to seek evidence collected by the United States. Apart from Chimri, Oscar Danilo Santos, George Rosa, and James Lagos are all charged in connection with allegedly committing crimes of abuse of authority, fraud and bribery, having received bribes of $1.09 million US of an international carrier in exchange for Hondutel give them lower rates than other firms, while the auditor Julio Daniel Flores was charged for the lesser crime of violation of duties of officers. In 2012, a Florida corporation named Suncoast successfully sued Hondutel for fraud in Suncoast Tech Corp. v. Hondutel. A judgment was awarded against Hondutel for fraud in the federal court, Southern District of Florida, in excess of $900,000.